Okay, let's take a look at this roof here. I kind of talked about it a little bit in the last video, and the process is the same as we did back here on this corner over the window. So you build your roof, and then do the while you're still in the roof command, do the to align the eaves and choose the lowest number value, meaning the closest to 0, to set as your base, and then move everything else up. That moves your roof up, which is what we want. And then put you a section view through this window. I think, yeah. And then do the whole measurements thing again and see what offset you need. Well, you got to pull your fascia, put one fascia on and pull it down so the top corner of the fascia meets the bottom of the roof sheathing. Okay. And then draw your lines, do your measurements, and then see how far you got to move the roof up, and then move the roof up. Okay. And then check that in your elevation view. Make sure it looks right. Okay. And we're starting with this one, and when you look at the paper drawings, all of the eaves going around the house, they all line up all the way around. So this one was the simplest one to start with. So we'll do it first, okay? And then move on to this roof, and then move to the one on the other end of the house, which is the most difficult right now. Okay, so when you're doing your detail lines across here and picking lines and core, pay attention to your offsets and your slopes. And a lot of times when you hit these two lines down here, it wants to flip this line over to the inside or move it over to this wall. You just have to kind of play with it to go in order, trimming and joining and pinning and stuff like that. But you can get it. Okay. Now, this roof out here in the front, the process is the same, except for we don't have to go sections through the window to look at it, because like I said in the first video, these two windows have the wrong header heights on the drawings. They should be the same header height as this dining room window. Okay, but what you do is you'll create the roof first. So you pick your lines, set your offsets, set your slopes, and then do the align eaves, adjust height, pick the lowest value closest to 0 and set that as your base, and then set all the rest of the eave sketch line so it moves the roof up. Okay, and I don't know, I picked up a lot of weird lines that I didn't draw. I don't know where they came from, but anyway, when I was doing it the first time. Anyway, when you get it done, then come back here to the west view and pull a dimension between the top edge of the roof here on the flat side. You have to zoom in really close, but you'll pull a dimension between the top of the roof here and over here, the top of the roof line here. Pull that dimension, and then whatever the difference is the offset you'll have to give for this roof. Now, I don't know, yours may be different. Mine was a negative 1 1/16. So that moves the whole roof down 1 1/16 inch. Yours may be different, okay? If it's close, you know, that's cool. Now, what you'll want to do is, after you've done that, is you're going to want to look at some sections through this roof to make sure that your entire roof system is above this first ceiling level. And the reason for all of our trusses in this project are heel trusses, meaning they actually sit up above the plate. Okay, so they have a vertical piece right here that sits up above it, and you'll see that in the section details of your drawings. So look, oh, I was looking at elevation. So look at in each of the situations. What is that dining room? Can I have that open? Nope. Oh, that was pinned. Okay, but you want to make sure that your rafter is above the. I guess I'm going to have to move a section in there so I can see it. Let's see. I can move this one. This one, and that being on the porch. I didn't check that earlier. Let me look at the drawings here. Floor plan. No, those are trusses. Okay, so we got to move everything up that we've done so far. So let's see, what is our distance here? Well, let me look at sections. Yeah. Okay, so if yours comes out like this, then how far do I need to move it up? 1 1/16 inch. Okay, so that means I've got to move both roofs up 1 1/16 inch. Which this one be easy. I just set it back to 0. This one, 1 1, I got to move it up 1 1/16, so that'll be 5 14/16. And let me come back to my, wrong, go to my west elevation. And the dimension that I had put in there before is still a 0. Okay, so that moved those things up. Now, when we do this roof over here, we'll have to check it again, and we may have to move things up or down as it goes. Okay, so while you're doing these things, don't extend these gable walls up into your roof yet, and don't join your roofs together until you're finished with all of your roofs, and in case we're having to move things up or down. Okay, so let me work on the hard one over here, and then I'll be back with another video.